The forge has gone quiet, the bellows blow no more. The forge has gone quiet, the smiths have gone home. Only fading embers remain, and my hearth grows cold. One kiss from you to rekindle it all.
Alright, welcome back to episode 28.
I always get so
Queen of Embers. I know, right? Well, it's not as bad as when Kate look at the sea. It sounded like she teared ass. Were you here for that too? Yeah.
And then she was like, it was the sea. It was the sea.
Sure it was, Kate.
And that'd be the quietest moment always.
That noise would have been impressive if my body could have made it, but it did not. Thank you.
I thought it was the seat on the floor because we just put that wooden floor down there.
I don't know what it was, but it was pretty great.
So welcome back to us talking about farts and shit. That's how we do. Hi guys. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to episode 28 of Queen of Embers.
Hey, Grandpapas.
What's up? So we just left off where Warren received a talisman from Endora, the Gralstetter, quote, witch of Skid Row. And you're now kind of outside amid the fields that surround a small hillock where she grows a number of herbs and things. Of course, being autumn, most of them have been reaped. But this is probably the most wilderness-like area you've seen in the city. And by wilderness-like, I mean like it's like a small park. You can see the rest.
She owns all this.
She does. You can see that there are several kind of outbuildings that surround this hill. Clearly, there's like a small like hamlet kind of erected around where she's at. You can see a number of kind of broad-faced and horse-faced Gralstetters going about their business, rearing animals, small animals, and doing whatever else they do. But they kind of watch, kind of gawky-looking. You know, remember the Gralstetters are from the north, and they're a pale people with reddish hair and red beards.
Lots of black goats and black cats.
They a lot of goats and cats around these areas. That's right, and they are immigrants. They were brought here. The Baroness brought them here during the war in the north to allow them. They're I keep saying immigrants, but that's not the appropriate term.
The refugees.
Refugees. Sorry, war refugees. That's right. Sorry, the refugees from the war, and the Baroness brought them here almost, a year or so ago. They've kind of grown this small community amid Slum Row, despite all the chaos and
The second wave would be called immigrants.
yeah. But despite the ramshackle affair that is Slum Row, as rambling and large and kind of untamed and filled with abandoned buildings and some clapboard and some barely standing and others leaning over the near Bastards River. This is probably the only place that seems tended to. The Gralstetters have eked out the best existence they could possibly get here, trying to restore some of the natural wilderness as they've been growing trees, small saplings, no more than a year old, but you can see rows of them here and there. They probably intend to put down roots. It seems almost literal, figurative, and literal. Put down roots here.
Warren takes the time to greet a few of them by name.
Yeah.
Just in passing, since we're moving quickly.
Yeah. You can hear you need to roll rumor test. Already the rumors you had sown of a potential war coming to Durindal has already wormed its way into the Gralstetter community. You can hear it on the lips of people you pass by who are talking about it. Talking about the war may come to Durindal when she breaks away the city away from the kingdom. Then what will they do? The Baroness will certainly protect them, if you say. Others are a little bit less receptive to this. Where will we go? What will we do? How will we protect ourselves? Nonetheless, you will reconvene somewhere back in Slum Row. toward midday.
Suppose we should find that old place, Dire Straits, it said. Shack up there and see to Elise's arm.
As soon as we possibly can, yes.
Finding Dire Straits isn't too tough. It is not far from Lovelock Bridge. It is a teetering building that is set up on stilts over the mud, not too far from the site of Lovelock Bridge. It looks like you would be mistaken from the distance for perhaps a bait shop. There's a number of boats kind of overturned in the sand and silt here and there. But as you walk in, it is a place called Dire Straits, along a kind of a orderly road. There are a few folk here who were up on horse, and as you come inside, there are the locals that are here do not appear to be, well, I should say the people that are inside don't really appear to be a lot of them from here. There are people kind of wearing banded leather, wearing swords at their waist, rough-looking, saw-toothed folk. You kind of walk into a den of what you would guess would be some sort of mercenarium or a collection of people who would not gather in respectable places, for they're armed pretty heavily in some cases. Others just look kind of either grimacing or just look unfriendly. But the place is fairly busy for sundown. A few horses are outside, and you can see a few horsemen who are in here that were likely rode in during the day. Were covered in mud and dirt, wear heavy furs over their shoulders. Some speak in a thick accent, others speak in the local tongue. But this place, if you wandered in with a shield and sword or whatever else at your side, including a repeating pistol, they would not bat a lash at you. You'd seem perfectly at home at Dire Straits. The place is smoky. It is ill-lit. It is not quiet. It is not cramped. But the chairs are a bit ill-kept as they kind of wiggle beneath your body. Even the benches are a bit wiggly. They need to be tightened. The bolts need to be tightened on them. As you find yourselves a bench with a single set of kind of burning candles in the center, a barman will bring you over something to drink without even asking. They sit something down.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's Master Grimbley in.
Huh? He says.
Robin. Grimbley.
He ain't up yet from his nap. Comes up when the sun goes down. Vampire.
Please, see to this first round and say somebody from the north would like to speak to me.
Nods. To the west, you mean?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the west, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, it's north of here, right? Everything's
Well,
north
it's
of here.
west of here.
Everything's
all
west.
Oh, everything's west
Yeah.
of here.
Technically, Bellegane on a map here. This is Durendal, and this is the Axewater. And you hit Old Lork, and then you go south. Here's Red Larch, and you go further south. You hit Bellegane, and then further south that's a Roaline.
Okay, so it's more southwest than anything.
Yeah, but
Okay.
west.
West.
Yeah, if it's past the Axewater, it's to the west.
Somebody from the west would like to speak to me.
All right. The man nods. You'll spend a little bit of time in here. Do you want to see to her injuries?
Do we want to get a room first?
Yeah, I suppose we don't want too many looky-loos going on.
Would you like a private room for the night for all of you?
Yes.
5 shilling
5 shilling.
for everybody. Not 5 shilling each. 5 shilling for everybody.
I'll get it this time.
Alright. Thank you kindly.
Back alley is a penny if you can't afford it. One of the men says.
Do they have a stable here?
They do, yes.
Okay.
It'll be 3 brass pennies a night.
The stable horse?
Yep.
Alright.
Sorry, 8 brass pennies.
That's what I thought it was before.
Yeah, you're not stabling a dog. Big horse.
Yeah.
Stable boy says. That thick, raspy voice.
It is.
Sounds like this boy's been smoking since he was 9.
Yeah. And I'll give him 2 extra brass pins.
He's chewing. Okay. He appreciates it. He's chewing on a corncob pipe. I'll keep her safe.
You're right.
Keep him safe, he says. He looks underneath the tail.
Hung like a horse.
Big old stone horse like that. Take him to the stables, but I'll take care of it. All right. I'm going to brush him out.
Be so kind.
All right. Matthew does not take kindly, really, to anyone. But as this stable hand throws him a crab apple, he takes the reins and Matthew follows.
Right.
Inside the tavern. Inside Dire Straits, I should say. It's busy. It's nice. There's a lot of people here.
Huh. Armed to the teeth as we are.
Nice, isn't it? Just leave yourself hanging out like that. No uppity types telling you what to do.
I wouldn't quite say it's nice, but
Freeing.
interesting.
Just know that none of them has ever been in danger. Those that have a problem with your swords.
Well, yeah, they're just soft.
Mm-hmm. It's alright though.
Man can live his life how he wants to.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I do this, is so people could be nervous around him.
I got your meeting. I got business to attend to, if you don't mind me.
Take your time.
Will do.
I ain't going nowhere.
What business are you going to attend to?
Mending.
Ah, yes. Will you spend some time? Will you spend a few hours?
Yeah, I'll take my time.
Okay. Your test will be routine then.
Okay.
All right, here we go. First big roll of the night.
Routine heal is a 64% chance to succeed. That's a failure, and I'm going to reroll.
At least it wasn't a crit. Same as that.
And dead.
You just lost the arm. It's fine.
It's a success.
Nice.
Actually, it's a critical success.
Is it?
Whoa! Critical success. Why is that?
That's a
Yay.
44%.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That may mean you heal faster.
It'll only take 6 weeks instead of 10.
Yay!
Ear, says the
Ear. Okay. So first off, now that you were under recuperation,
Okay.
you may now be able to restore your damage condition track, which is good.
Cool.
But you continue to suffer from the effects of your injury until they fully recuperate.
Okay.
A grievous injury takes 8, 10, 16, 17, 18. It will be 16 days. So you have 16 days of recuperation. And remember, if you ever need to use something two-handed, you can always pop a tincture, an ampule tincture, to ignore your injury for 24 hours, but at the cost of 1 corruption.
What does the critical do? in this
It
situation?
reduces the recuperation time by 3 days, which I already factored in.
Gotcha. Cool.
Take it. It's 3 less days.
Yeah.
Someone is playing a sitar.
It's Joe.
Warren twists together an effigy
George
of
Harrison.
the poison cradle and puts it above her head on the bed to watch over her in the night.
So what was it that, now that we're done with that,
Actually,
This is going to take him
Opium.
3 hours, by the way, to attend to this. It takes an hour normally to attend to an injury. In this case, he's going to take 3 hours, so you can talk while he's attending to her. He's kind of resetting the bone here and there. He's cutting away the bad flesh. He's examining the wound as he would. He's redressing it several times. He's trying to find just the right kind of the right angle to put her arm in a sling in. Be sure to expend your seed pot of opium and bandage.
Is opium a delirium?
Opium is a delirium.
Could I try to scrutinize while he's working on my arm?
Oh god.
Dear Lord.
Screw it.
Double duty.
Your arm hurts really bad. That's the thing. That's the clue you got.
That's
right.
right.
So, what is it you were... So, remind us what you were doing.
Attempting to do.
So, boss, I don't know why he's gone. I'll kind of break him into exactly what I saw. And then I waited around, and even went into the house and he was gone. I don't know. I don't know where he went. I mean, I didn't leave him, boss.
Are you all together, or are you
It's just the
separate?
three of
Okay.
us.
Okay. Fair
We're
enough.
up in the room and
I don't know if we're
around
going to talk to him or not, but
Did you ask him?
when have we had a chance? We woke up, we got interrogated, we went to the witch,
Oh,
now we're here.
right.
You all were half dead when I found you.
Feeling pretty good.
Well, alright. You look like shit. How about that?
That's me on my normal days. What's new?
Well, you're the boss. You want to talk to him, you should. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, without you, I'd forget that.
He disappears. I mean, he just disappeared.
Okay, I think when you say disappear, you mean run off on his own.
I went into the house. He wasn't in the house.
Oh, you mean like on the island?
I don't know. I wasn't on the island. Remember, I had bubble gut. I got stuck on the boat.
Well, you mean like when we was talking about the island, like we all saw him not be there?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I guess.
He had hot snakes, you guys.
Yeah.
It comes out like a hot snake.
So,
you know, I love the eel, but it just doesn't love meat.
right.
I feel you there.
So he broke into his house.
You know how he is. He just gets something in his head and he just does it. I
Yeah.
don't know how else to explain it.
Well, you see, that could be the death of all of us. I mean,
Well,
seeing as how he was the first, he wasn't even directly asked. Well, he was asked a direct question, and then he decided to take it upon himself to lie. Like right away when it was asked to all of us. I appreciate you don't want to necessarily give up the farm when you're talking about it, but I've never said to straight up lie. And then, I could see her, she wanted to back him up on the lie, and I could see that you all wanted to back him up on the lie, and I just knew it. I couldn't do it. Oh, if Constable Reich. He's the only one that seems to be on our side.
I would have just said I wasn't in the compound. I never entered.
he actually didn't enter the compound either. So it's not actually a lie.
It was bending the truth, though. I do feel a bit bad about it.
I don't feel bad about anything. That doesn't matter. There's something. Let's be honest. There's something wrong with it.
Meanwhile, upstairs, you begin to feel the effects of the opium seed pod as you're sitting there. You will need to make a scrutinize test, but this will not be easy because you are under the effects of being you're grievously wounded. It's going to be a hard scrutinize test.
Alright. Let's see if I can figure out anything. Okay, hard scrutinize test. Okay, so that I have 2 ranks in scrutinize, so 62 minus. So I just lose both those. 42. And a 16 will do it.
Nice.
She's just staring at
Rubbed up out of her mind.
Figured out something.
Hey, I would have used it. Smart move.
I know the truth. Why wouldn't
The
I?
hills are alive with the sound of music? What?
Why not?
Within this, your delirium infused haze, your drug infused haze, you begin to kind of slowly piece things together. What comes back to mind immediately is what they had explained about the prophet, how he came to be, the Zeppelin, as it was called. You seem to recall when you were inside of the La Vinci chapter house, there within the kind of enigmatic mathematical and hexagrammatical equations, there was a diagram that described the Zeppelin. And it's the words for it's almost like imagine like a diagram of like what would look like a patent diagram. Within that diagram you saw, there was one word that kind of stuck out with an arrow pointing toward it, and the dirigible, below the dirigible, was a thing that was called the land ship. And within that image, the image was heard to be although it was a diagram, you seem to recall elsewhere there was a painting in the La Vinci chapter house. Inside the sanctum of his name escapes me. Hausdorff, Professor Hausdorff,
Yeah.
Headmaster Hausdorff's. There was a painting of what looked like a Zeppelin crashing into the ground and bursting into flames. And surrounding that were a number of men and women prostrated on the ground, like as if in worship. But the word that comes to your mind is from that diagram, the land ship.
Is that a clue?
It is a clue, in fact, that Elisa has turned up.
The land ship. But like,
She's just like kind of muttering it as you're revealing, probably.
You're perfectly, you're lucid as you possibly can be.
Right, but the ship.
We're all on a journey, I know.
No, but there's the ship, the flying ship. You know, the headmaster, the ship that you don't remember. No, you
Flights of fancy, yeah, I get it.
No. We'll discuss later.
It's messy work, I know. I got the stomach for it.
She just comes to the realization she's not going to be able to explain until everybody's around anyway.
so as I was saying,
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's so great, that word.
I don't know what it is. I like one. He's one of the good ones of his people.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean,
The Airdane are bigots, so...
it ain't the first time you said it, Captain, or...
Whoa! It was kind of like everybody kind of... Whoa!
It's true. I mean, I'm trying to play a character here, guys.
Oh, yeah, no.
So, yeah, you know, I mean, I don't got nothing wrong with him. But I'm telling you, he's been acting funny. Funnier than Warren normally acts. You know.
Yeah, I didn't used to think it was possible. There he goes and shows himself up again.
I mean, I'm just letting you know, boss. I mean, you know, you got a better eye for people.
Well, for most people. But, alright. So, let's make sure I understand. You scout this place out.
I mean, I wouldn't call it scouting. I mean, just
Hold
Decided
up.
to break in.
I'm not done.
Oh, go ahead.
You scout this place out.
Yeah.
And you realise nobody's home and you can't get in, right?
Yeah.
So he's just like, fuck it. I'm going to break this window. Is that about it?
Well, I think he actually. Oh, he opened the window. But yeah, it was, roughly.
Oh, wait. So he didn't break it. He
I
just...
thought you
Wait,
said
no,
you
he
opened it with a
did break
rock.
it. No, he broke it. He broke it. I forgot.
Yeah, just, I mean,
You just happened to open it with a rock.
Yeah, he opened it with a rock.
casually, right?
Well, but he did casually look back at me and say, "It's Slum Row. Shit happens." I mean, he's probably right about that.
So he goes in. And how long is it before you decide to go in there?
I don't know. I mean, I got nervous.
What?
I had to be half a clock turn.
So long enough that if you had to go relieve yourself, you could have.
Oh, easy.
Okay. So it's about the time that you would start to get truly worried, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you had been in there that long, I would have been worried, and I would have came in to look for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, same thing.
So you go in through the window, and you look all in this house. And he's not there.
I mean, I don't know. Plus, it was fucking creepy. So.
It was?
I mean, you're breaking into somebody's house. I mean, I'm not used to that. Now, I'll kill a man in the streets and take his money, but I mean, breaking into a house, that's just below me.
Did you call me? The man says. I know you.
Well, you're from the west, I'm from the west.
So we must know each other then.
No, not actually, but Lieutenant Reich was going to introduce me to you.
Oh.
I'm Banneker.
Staples, eh?
That's me.
Huh. Ain't that a right fuck?
It is.
You know, your mum put me in the clink for 7 damn years.
Yeah, probably.
Robin Grimby. He extends his hand.
Banneker Steeples.
Rourke said you're good. You look like it, though.
I mean, I made it this far. Everybody else is dead.
Not so much can be said of everybody else, I suppose.
Nope.
We Bella Gainers gonna stick together, is what you're saying.
There's many of us anymore.
True that. Alright. Rourke told me you and a bunch of cutters coming this way.
That's the boss.
Hello.
Tip the hat.
It's Hopper.
He
Two others
kind of
upstairs.
taps the bottom of his derby. Or bowling hat. Sorry. Pleasure.
Name's Terwin Forster.
Alright.
Harper.
Did he tell you why?
Why what?
Why we're here.
Said something about you wanted to bang about down here in Slum Row on the sly.
Yeah, that's about close.
Close enough, I'd say.
Well, if he's good for it, I'm good for it, I suppose. You get you taken care of for you always get your keep.
Yeah, got a
Other
room
night.
upstairs. Yeah,
Alright, first night's on you, next night's on me.
appreciate it.
He rolls his sleeves up.
First drink's on me.
Hey, I own the place, but appreciate it.
Still, goes in the till then.
I'll take that, he says.
What have drinks been? Dirt cheap at this point.
Yeah, brass bitty.
I'll flick him I'll flick him 5 shilling.
I don't want your shilling, at least for this. Come with me. He turns around.
All right.
Rourke said, the sound of the inn kind of dies down as he takes you into a back room.
Just him or all three of us?
All of you. Okay. Rourke said you're looking to bang around Slum Row. You need a place to stay, you can stay here. Here. This room's yours. Got any other needs? All manner of things fall off wagons around in the squares. Messiah Square, Founder Square. I can get you square. Military weapons. Military grade. Civilian grade. Fire shot. You name it. I got it.
That's good to know.
We might have to talk on all that.
Crossbows. Gunpowder. What else you need? You need a harness? I can get you an iron harness.
Well, I'm interested in that.
No guarantees it's going to be scrubbed free of the former owner. A lot of things got left behind in the war.
I've got a bit of former owners on top of it. May as well be under it too, right?
Yeah. Your choice. Your chance. If it goes for all of you. If you need anything, I gotcha.
The only thing I need right now is just make sure my horse is there when I wake up.
Some of us is walking around naked. Now, did he take us into the room with those two in there, or
No,
are they
no.
They're upstairs.
You can come and go as you please. Front door, always open. Most folk around here ain't awake during the day. Sleep during the day, do the business at night. Most blokes out here getting ready to go to work. Some blokes an honest living. Some chasing bounties in the city. Others, well, you know.
Work's work.
It's all matters around here. Here's the thing, though. You want to take advantage of this place, dire straits, you're going to tithe. That's how it works. You tithe monthly. You give us part of your purse. You get whatever you need here. Whatever you contribute to the purse, we subtract from whatever you want to buy.
It's a good system.
Yeah, we don't got contracts. Just a man's word. Old one's word. That's how we operate around here.
Well, we seem to be in dire straits when it comes to having proper fundage to further our ventures, looking into things.
So we got gamblers, we got penny pinchers, fences, we've got second story men, we've got bakers, we've got soldiers. Coin is coin, jink is jink. If it rattles and shines, it's welcome. You tithe what you can, and take care of the rest.
I was thinking more or less a way to end it.
I think you meant work.
I ain't in the business of giving out works.
Very well.
Not yet, at least. You want to go down that path, though. I know just the right people.
Who's that?
In due time, in
Very
due
well.
time.
Very well.
You wear your honor on your shoulder. Dufresne. Who's going to hire you? Come on.
Come on, boss.
Listen, some people need things investigated. I know I wear a sword on my side, but that's not the only thing I do.
That's true.
No. Messy work. Yeah, I know no one's going to want to do that, and I don't think I would.
Oh, you don't do wet work, then?
Not unless they try to make me wet.
Folks around here are going to wet you.
Yeah,
Breeding ain't going to come get you.
Come on.
Ain't got nobody around here going to wet you. I come on to get you. No brigandine walking, stalking the big black boots around here. No saltpeter men going to take this shot.
Oh, so you do know why we're here.
Nah. The constable and I got an understanding. We's on opposite sides of the river and all. But we're friends. Associates.
Scratch
Always
my
good
back,
to have
scratch yours.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get you work over time, but you know,
Yeah.
everybody needs investigating, I suppose, but you just need someplace to lay low, is what the constable said.
That is true.
Well, you're in the right place. No one's gonna battle lash at you walking around here. Even if you're armed with fucking 5 pole-arms on your back and a full set of plate mail. They like to give
That
you
would
work.
be a scene to see, though.
Think you'd like to give you work like you're fucking a Dalton Grimblade.
Ah, that's what I was thinking when you said it.
Gygaxian musings, I think, is what the brigandine soldiers call it out when they tip in their cups. But look, jink is jink. You tithe up. Consider a contribution to whatever you need. Rock said you're good. You're good in my book. And I got a book. He pulls out a small black book. I've got your names.
Alright.
Alright.
Who are those other two with you? The woman and the man.
Lisa and Warren.
She got real banged up.
She did.
Alright.
We got tincture. We know how it goes. No doctors, no physicians. We got tincture.
Well,
Amanda's. He's got some skill.
So we got a mind bender too. If the darkness is niggling at the back of your mind bender take you right.
that's good to know.
Mind bender.
Yeah.
Don't say that I've ever even seen one. Heard of one.
If you've seen enough death, you're pliable enough. If you're that sort, you're more than pliable.
Okay.
Good upright citizens don't need mind benders. People who do dirty work, though, wet work especially, see mind benders on the regular. Above board, the more chaos ranks you have, the more likely you are to be mesmerized.
Okay.
Coincidentally. Perform hypnosis.
Right.
Mind benders straighten you out, he says. Nonetheless,
Huh. Well, I have to
as they
remember
say in the Empire down south, mi cassone, your carcassone. Right?
that. Are you the one
My
saying
house, your house. Whatever you
Alright.
need, you just let me know. Stay here if you want. Stay a while. Don't get up. It's okay, I'll go to the door myself. No, really.
it? I'll get him up and walk him to the door then.
I'm pulling your Peter boy.
Probably need to go back out in case Warren comes back down.
All right.
Well,
Warren and
We appreciate it.
we'll assume Warren and at this point Warren and Elisa will come down and join you in the back room.
Yeah.
Her eyes are super dilated. She's staggering a bit, but boom. She's staggering a bit, but she appears to be in better spirits than she was before. The sound of the dire straits kind of dies down as you're now in privacy.
Bet you probably get that handmaker offer. You asked her nicely.
What's that?
Did you not see what she got? When she disarmed from one of those saltpeter men?
No.
That was impressive.
Honestly,
Do you draw from your belt?
Lisa's not paying attention to what the fuck they're saying.
She
She's like, well.
click, 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 pulls back 3 hammers on this dastardly looking pistol.
how in the world?
She was good with a cane. She just whoop.
That son of a bitch tried to fucking kill me. I took it. And I
Nice.
fucking killed him.
Now she's speaking our language.
So you're definitely one of us now.
Well, yeah. I mean, you see, I was like to take the last one in for questioning,
Me dad never
Oh,
said questioning got you anywhere, did it?
and then
No, it didn't.
So she took a little page out of your book, boss.
that's right. We all got to learn from it, and then continue learning from it. So hopefully next time we'll have somebody to question.
I've only seen one of
You
those.
didn't have any fucking answers I wanted to know at that point. Fuck him.
I know the feeling.
I think she's feeling pretty good, boss.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not feeling great, but I'm feeling better. I do have one thing, though. Sitting there, watching your arm being taken apart, you think about things sometimes. Because you don't want to think about with that. And, you remember when we were... when we was in the tower, it was the painting. It had the ship thing that was up in the air. Do you remember that?
No, that's what you're talking about. That silly
Yeah,
thing.
the dirigible.
Right.
Dirigible?
Yeah.
The event that created the suit-stained prophet.
Yeah, that... I always thought it was
Pizza
soup.
Soup.
That accent is so strong.
Right.
Anyways, But I think there was a painting. I didn't get a real good look at it, but I remember it. It was with a bunch of people around the crash that happened with the dirigible. And I think it has something to do with everything that's going on. Everything that happened with Warren. Everything that happened with the Prophet. It's all looped together somehow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's got to do with a burning what?
No, the wreck that happened. The Prophet talked about the fire. Do you remember his speech?
You know, maybe we could gain audience with the soot-stained prophet.
Dude.
You absolutely sure that's what the word is? I am not.
Well,
I mean, I thought it was soup for about a good 10
we know who
episodes.
you're talking about. The
But
guy.
anyway.
It was covered in soot.
And soup.
But
Who's serving it?
I don't know one way or the other, but I know that has something to do with all of this. It's something we need to look into. It's something that won't get out of my head.
Okay. So
it's like the Led Zeppelin album cover. That's what we're looking for.
Yes. What?
What?
You're not crazy. I don't get them.
Crashing Zeppelin. Are you calling it a land? What is this called again?
There's a bushel in your hedgerow. No, it's a dirigible. It's flight. It's a vehicle flight.
That
They
ain't
had-
right.
And that's how the Prophet was born?
That ain't right.
I thought he was born in one of these foundries.
You recall that night what the soot-stained prophet said, or the song that his followers prostrated upon hands and knees were saying. And at the end of the song, the soot-stained prophet stood up and he said,
The forge has gone quiet, the bellows blow no more. The forge has gone quiet, the smiths have gone home. Only fading embers remain, and my hearth grows cold. One kiss from you to rekindle it all.
Kind of song of Queen Embers.
She recites that.
Okay, so the song of the Queen of Embers, that's what the reciting is, right?
yeah, they
I do
received
remember
a song called The Queen of Embers that you're not at all familiar
No.
with. It seems to be some sort of local shanty of sort.
You're right, The Queen of Embers, the song. The song.
Yes.
How'd you remember that? I hadn't thought about that. It's been weeks ago.
I feel like I've heard it a whole lot of times.
It's because Adam edits the video.
Yeah, we did the edit for them.
When you're trained to be an agent, you learn to recall things if you can.
Oh.
And sometimes when my mind is clearer, I can remember things better. Or sometimes when my mind has nothing else to think of.
Alright, so sounds like we have good reason to try to track down this prophet.
They said they've got a mind bender here.
What? Mind bender?
Yeah, you need a mind bender?
No.
I don't really know what they do, but they've got one.
Don't particularly need anyone else out in my head.
You need a mind bender.
I'm going to say
Bend
Alice.
minds,
That
I expect.
Do you bend minds? You bend over things.
I don't catch your meaning.
I've been to man's ear. Does that mean I'm an ear bender?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
Papa, that was not
pretty
even funny.
sure what they're supposed to do is train your mind to think in a different way. That's what I would assume by that
Oh.
title.
Alright, well.
Yeah, like you said, the wet work. So Alistair, take him as an example. You know, he's a little spooky sometimes from the war. A mind bender gets in there and they make you forget that shit.
Maybe I need it.
Well,
I
they
mean, I don't know if that's actually true, but I I've never had it done, but that's what they say.
That actually make you forget it?
Or make you okay with it, I guess. I don't know.
Could be useful.
I would assume that's what they do. I mean by
I mean-
title. In the same way that they can make your body start to forget the injuries it's had and heal itself, I assume that they do the same kind of thing with the mind.
Yeah.
It forgets what was wrong with it, and it becomes okay with it and heals it.
So, some kind of scientific way they do it. Make it so you don't remember it.
I can't state that there's a science, but sure.
Well, and it's usually for violence, right?
Violence, probably. I mean, I don't know. Probably
Right.
use that for people who,
I would assume anything that affects your mind.
something. I mean, like that shit you guys experienced on the island. That would have fucked me up, but you guys all seem fine with it.
No.
Flying stuff and birds and old boy disappearing. Sounds pretty screwy to me, but
That's pretty close to twice that I think I've died almost. So
Yeah.
I
No,
think
no, it's not that we're fine with it. You do what you're supposed to do. You bottle it up.
oh yeah, but
It's the best thing to do.
that's what the bender's for. Get rid of that shit. I guess.
doesn't really.
I don't know if it works. I mean,
Still alive, it doesn't matter. However, I do think this is something we should look into.
So-
As much as I would like to get on the move tonight, I don't know that I have it in me. So if you would like to investigate, but no offense to all of you, my
That's
mind
all.
might be the sharpest.
that's all the way back at the other end of Messiah.
Right.
well, if we go try and visit where we met him last, that's it's almost smack dab in
It's Founder Square, isn't it?
Saltpeterman territory.
Yeah.
Well, they stayed Calterian is where they
No,
went.
I
They
mean,
might be lying low in here though, somewhere in the slums.
wouldn't you want to look at this picture first?
I
You
ain't.
mean go back to the tower?
Isn't that what you saw?
Yes,
the
there are
picture?
drawings and
Yeah, but that
everything
place
there.
been condemned.
However,
It's been boarded up.
and I am almost absolutely certain that Hexenstead would have taken anything of scientific interest with him. So
Well-
even if it was there,
Hey.
Well,
it's probably not.
what I'm saying is we're here, right? We're
Yeah.
at Slum Row. I was looking at we were looking into Mr. Towel last night.
Oh, your
Yeah,
candle friend.
So what happened? Because he told me what happened to him. And it seems that they came back before you.
I came and looked before you were gone. You weren't even in there.
Well, I saw you.
What?
You all were here last night saying everything was okay.
What?
Then you weren't. And you know how it goes.
No.
What?
Left in the city. Eventually found you. Here we are.
No,
Just like that.
You broke into that house with the candle maker.
When I left, you were gone.
I came in, you were gone.
Come now.
How did you not pass each other?
There's
When
one
leaving,
way
when
in and
going?
out.
Yeah, the window you threw a rock through. I'm with you.
What I'm getting at is I saw some things in that house that, well, you know I've been seeing that shit. Just plain and simple.
I saw some of it. So that's
I'm
why
just saying I can't trust everything I've seen. So I want you all to come with me there. We can all look at it again.
Go investigate this place.
Because I'm seeing things and they're so strange, they're so unsettling that I don't even want to speak of them.
Maybe you need a mind bender. We could go together.
Well, could be that what I saw was true. Let's suss that out first.
All right.
That you saw us. Because we only saw you this morning.
I'm just saying I'm not going to get into details. Speaking things of that nature gives them power sometimes. That's what I've been told.
Alright.
Anything that we should...
Prepare for?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking.
You might want to bring some gloves.
Mind if I take that? As I point to Elisa's gun.
I suppose. I don't even know how to shoot the thing.
I figure
Be ready for
I was lucky enough to
something.
hit the guy in the head.
I'll slide you my
I
flintlock.
didn't. I.
Well, that is a nice. I'll take it.
For trouble.
Be ready for trouble.
What's the?
Always in.
I guess I can look it up too. Flintlock.
So you're gonna go visit the. You're gonna get a Candlewick Lane.
I'm going to visit
I
Mr.
don't
Towel.
think
I'd like to visit
multi-level
Mr. Towel's house.
Wait. What time is it?
You said
nighttime.
midday night, and so.
You want to go right now?
Oh, we can wait till morning.
Okay. In the meantime,
My eyes.
you got a little time for this. Is a point to like my shoulder that got nicked by a bullet.
I reckon.
Okay, spend a bandage. Lightly
I've
wounded.
got, I've got my own bandage.
Okay.
Oh, it's lightly wounded.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, you're healed. No skill test required. Will you go during? Will you go towards sundown, or will you go during night?
I would figured we'd just wait till the next morning.
Wait until the next morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Knock a day off your recuperation. And the next day, hey, look at that! Detached ear's gone!
It's like the whole
you lost it.
First day
of the campaign.
First day of the campaign. We're 28 episodes in, and his detached ear finally recuperated.
Yeah. Maybe give or take a day because I may not have marked it down, but
Close enough.
Alright, so, the next day will come.
The old when I came around here last time, old Mr. Towel didn't have his boat here, doors locked.
Mr. Towel.
Mr. Tallow.
Oh,
Did I say it wrong?
Mr. Tallow.
Tallow. Tallow? Towel?
No, you said it right. I missaid
Like a
it.
candle.
You see, I'm kind of getting used to hearing out of both of them.
Oh, right, yeah. You're coming along, aren't you?
Yep.
His surgery did not move my damage threshold track up, right?
Yep. Yep, did not. You'll need to be mended for that.
Yeah, so in the
Suppose
morning.
I can mend you in the morning.
Give a shot.
Okay, that is a hard heal test. Spend a bandage.
Hard heal, which is a 34% chance to succeed. I rolled a 33.
Wow! Not only do you
You're
succeed,
doing really well,
you are a
Luis.
critical success machine tonight.
No.
So that's 2 steps. Sorry, that's 1 step up the damage condition track and 1 step up the peril condition track.
You know what it is?
Nice.
Somebody at the table. I wouldn't point at him or pick on him. Hasn't rolled all night, so
That's true. He has not started the train.
Just keep Taryn from keep Adam from rolling.
yeah.
That's right.
Tarwin's fine.
Yeah. He's
So it is very, very early in the morning. Your hours are so messed up. You're not really sure, when to wake up or when go to sleep. It's just your hours have been so messed up since you've begun doing this. It's literally right in the morning. And you decide to make a trip to Candlewick Lane to visit Mr. James Tallow.
Are we gonna knock this time?
Wait, you
Well-
didn't even knock
Oh,
last
wait,
time.
which window was it you broke?
It's right there.
It's the front window. The front of the house.
It's the broken one.
It's the broken one.
You're approaching the house, and
Might be bored.
you come to at the end of this cul-de-sac, not far from actually where you're at. There is this small 2-story stone building, surrounded by others as well. Bit ramshackle looking, but it's got a tall peaked roof, and you can see that there is a chimney that is billowing a generous amount of smoke. You could smell something burning within, a fire obviously, but something. And outside you see a open sign. It's been flipped to open. It's actually above the door. You have to walk up these wooden stairs, and you can see that there is a broken out window that's been boarded up. It says Mr. James Tallow outside near the post box.
Hallowed candles.
Yeah.
this complicates things.
But he's here this time.
So,
Wow.
I know shopkeepers don't take too kindly to this, but we're gonna need to see that back room.
There's a smell of orange, lilacs, and other flowers and fruits kind of emanating from this place, almost like what were those really bad lotion stores in the mall?
Bed Bath and Beyond? No,
the other
Body Works.
It smells like Body Works.
Like the ones where you go inside and you instantly get a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smells like 1990s elevator.
And there's this kind of
room.
there's this kind of advertisement painted on the side of the brick building that says James Tallow Slow Candles. And has something that says something beneath the slow candles. You can see that there's a thoughtful man kind of leaning over the slow candle as you see a stack of books in front of him, and you see the moon on one side of him and the sun on the other, implying that the candles burn very slowly.
So what was it that we were looking for in this candle shop last week? Why did we go here anyway? I can't even recall rightly.
Well, we were told this man was he was involved with
Oh, he is a contact for the Vipers.
that's what it was about the kids.
Yes.
That's what the lady had asked us to do.
Banneker's lover asked us to come back here and talk to him because that's
Lova's a little strong.
One-time lover has asked us to come back here and speak to them.
I'm just saying.
He's a
Lady in white is batting me.
Well,
Cheek.
I-
There's nobody here.
The man's up to something no good back there.
I might resist disease.
So,
You know?
I didn't get gonorrhea. Sorry, I'm going too far with this, but I think it's
This
appropriate
song
because you
has
did succeed your test, which is
It
good.
did. It did. It was
This
very
song-
good.
song has gotten interesting, and I don't remember that part.
Well, you know, it
That's how we
isn't.
avoid
It
copyright.
isn't a Zweihänder game unless we have at least 2 or more songs sang or something in sing-song voice.
Yeah.
If
What?
it's not Mike, it's me, or it's Nick,
Adam.
or Tim.
No, not at all.
Everyone here.
Yeah.
I just can't shake the American Psycho, like it's in the American Psycho soundtrack. So nonetheless, you're outside of James Tallow's Slow Candle Shop, and you pass by the advertisement that seems to advertise that his candles burn very slowly, from sun up to sundown.
But everybody else has told us that his candles are shit.
I suppose we can go about this the way we were intended to in the first place, or we can go in and check and see what I was aiming to show you in the first place, or both. What have you?
okay, you wanting to show us something in the back room.
Right?
There's only one of him.
It's Slum Row. I get you. Yeah, we'll do
No.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
You just
No. What I'm saying is,
I mean, I slaughtered a man, and even I'm getting uncomfortable right now.
maybe you could somehow convince him that he may want to show us what's in the back room. Your trickery and all that, right? You're smart. You can convince somebody that we need to get back there for some reason.
Listen, if what's in the back room is what I think it is,
Yeah.
there ain't no way 9 helps is letting us back there. So be ready for trouble.
Oh.
Because we gotta see it. I gotta know.
What do you think it is?
Hey.
Well, the thing is remember, we got Alistair. Let's let Alistair handle this. His specialty is making people
Alistair's-
talk.
Unfortunately, Alistair is
Right.
under the weather.
He ain't here. We gotta figure this out now.
Why's everything now with you, right? I mean,
Right.
Warren,
so-
you were like the
so-
most relaxed person in the world when I met you. Now you're just in a huff and puff.
I am in a huff
So,
and puff.
okay. Why is we
Blow a house down.
here besides what you need us to see?
Oh, excuse me. You see a man step outside as he's got he's carrying a box full of candles, and a friendly-looking fellow with spectacles kind of waves. Have a good day. Have a good day. Yeah?
You Mr. Tallow?
The man passes by. He's clearly a customer.
Ah.
I'm James Tallow. Hello. Hello. He comes kind of, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. And he almost stumbles down the stairs. He looks almost comically inefficient as he, oh, I'm so sorry. He grabs your hand and, I say, sir, he extends his hand out to shake yours. James Tallow, he says.
Okay.
Terran Forrester.
Yes, pleasure to meet you, Terran. Please, come in.
Oh,
If you
all
would.
right. We have to be invited in.
Oh, very sorry. He looks a bit like a nerdy Hugh Grant as he kind of comes inside and straightens his cravat and his little surcoat. Well, welcome to James Slow Candles. I trust you all scholars of a sort. If you come seeking my candles.
Yeah, real scholars we is.
I'm learning to read.
Oh, pleasure. Oh, excellent. Glad to hear. Well, my slow candles are certainly the best in the city. Some are scented with myrrh. Some are scented with frankincense. Others with oranges and lilacs and apples. And he's kind of going between these candles and pushing them toward your face.
So
They're
that's
putting these
what's-
fancy-looking glasses.
Well, that's what all the funk's about. But
Well, they will
most
burn
of-
for nearly 8 hours on end and cover up any rancid smells you may have in your houses around here. You know, the Bastards River can sometimes smell. The reek, sometimes unpleasant guests in your tavern, if you're a tavern keep.
What makes them burn so slow?
Take a deep breath.
Well, my slow candles just so happen to have, and he continues on this very kind of complicated, almost kind of overwrought description of precisely why they burn so slow.
So
It's very confusing along.
So its process in making it is different from a normal candle maker.
That's right. You all may attempt an arduous scrutinize test.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because we know something's funky here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, time
It's
for
not just the
Adam
smell of the
to
candles.
read.
90%
Arduous
90% chance to succeed.
There we go. 11%.
13.
Oh,
so
no,
close.
not even close.
I rolled.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
alright,
crit fail?
alright, I got it.
Oh, an 88?
Guess what happened?
I almost rolled that too.
7.
I failed.
Hey!
And I had a 32.
Elisa, you get something doesn't quite add up as he's telling his story. And you can see Elisa kind of curling her nose at this. Not just curling her nose at the terrible smell of the candles, but
Uh-huh.
at his story. And that's how slow candles are made.
You know,
And I moved my business here into Slum Row. I fell on dire straits during the war, and it brought me here, and I came here, and my business started booming once again, and here we are. He smiles.
So, candles are booming for the poor.
Everyone needs to see at night. Sometimes the smell of a fire is pleasant, but not in summer. So, he pulls out a candle. A fire-smelling candle will do the trick.
someone told me that you didn't make good candles.
Who said that? I take offense at such.
I met him on the way in.
Well,
He told me.
you can tell Roger Bacon that he can step it where the sun don't shine, and when he can't see, he can come by one of my slow candles so he can find his way out of his own arse, he says, as he quickly flips. Excuse me. Pardon me,
Roger.
sorry.
I find this absolutely fascinating. This is a revolutionary. I mean, don't you all see it? It's different from everything we've ever heard about candles, and this is interesting.
Well, and our candles normally made out of beeswax.
Yes, usually. This is... Could you show me? I know, a tradesman must keep his secrets, but to be honest, this is fascinating.
Well, I do most of my business out by the river. I'd be more than happy to show you my candle stills.
Oh wait, you... outside?
Yes, near the Bastards River.
In
It's a
plain
cool-
view, with this kind of revolutionary idea, you put it out inside.
Well, the practices, the machinations that I use are very complex and erudite, and I would expect a common passerby, much less an apprentice, such as perhaps yourself may be, to catch on and understand my very complex, complicated processes for cooling candles with the right temperature of water, but I'd be more than happy to show you the stills if you wish. Out back, come with me.
See, I would assume with something so
All right, let's go.
delicate,
I'll
you
take a
could-
look.
Yeah, let's do this.
Y'all want to stay around here and smell them, you can, but I'm going with
I'm interested in this one over here and perhaps some over there. I think I'm going to smell them a bit and decide which ones I want to
I
purchase.
do love those. You know, honestly, I'm probably the only one that's really this interested in these things, but if you could show me, I would be so rapt with interest. Please.
Who's going to go with him? Both of you need to make a secret guile test.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't go.
I'm assuming he's a different social class than myself.
What are you?
Burger.
He is a burger.
He is a burger.
Yes.
Damn.
a 46. I'll reroll because I haven't yet.
I got a 44.
That's a crit something.
I can't reroll. We're going with a 44.
78.
What are your chances, Mike?
42 or 46.
So what are your chances normally?
52.
Elisa?
Actually, the first one would have been a success. I should have
It's a 52. I'm trying to see.
No,
I have
43,
forked tongue, but he's the same social class as me.
So it's normally a 52 and you roll a 44?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I have no choice but to go with it.
He'll take you out back. You critically fail.
I had a feeling.
And I just normal fail.
That's right.
You
So you all kind of come outside and he kind of stops and he closes the door. Did Roger Bacon send you? He leans on the door.
Did who?
Roger Bacon, you know who he is. You can't fool me, woman.
Roger Bacon?
Are you trying to steal my secret formula?
No.
What have you seen? What have you done? What do you know? He kind of he's kind of coming in like this. What do you know? He's in your face
All
at this
right,
point.
hold on now. Let's back it up.
I know that I've been a scholar for a lot of years, and
You-
I use a lot of candles.
You are trying to fool me. I can see right through you. You're transparent as a sheet.
Am
He
I?
says, "You are, woman. You tell Roger Bacon. This is not over. I will see you gone now. Be gone. All of you, gone.
Who is
You, gone."
We were still in the house.
That's right. Meanwhile, inside,
Yes. Fine, I'll let Roger know.
you have mere.
As soon as the door closes.
You have 1 moment.
I'll tell Roger.
1 moment. You have mere moments at this point to seek out that which you were trying to find.
As soon as the door closes, I head up the stairs.
Okay. He heads upstairs. They kind of pass through the kitchens out back. The two of them do.
As I'm heading up the stairs, I turn.
And you kind of come up the top of the stairs, and there's a door there.
Before I open the handle, I turn to Terwin. Be prepared for anything, even for me, and open the door.
You open the door, and there's this sickly sweet smell lingering in the air.
Now,
I'm downstairs looking out. That was the boss. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
being a person who is in the military, do I recognize that smell?
No.
Okay.
Come on up.
Sweet me. Make a heal test.
Sweet.
This test will be challenging.
Okay.
I assume 33.
And an 11, crit success.
Oh, goodness.
Something smells like it's been rotting for perhaps a few hours out here. Like a corpse has been baking in the sun.
You smell that?
I do.
Get up here. We don't have much time.
I'll step in.
Okay. He opens the door and it leads into a long hallway though with a number of doors on either side. You can see toward the end of it there's one door on the right that's barely open.
That's the one. This way.
I'll step in.
We walk by all the doors.
That's right. You come to the door, it's barely cracked open, you can't even see inside. You put your hand on the brass handle.
It's shaking.
I'll grab his hand, I'll take it off, and I'll go in myself in front of him because Taron doesn't know what's coming.
That's
So.
You can hear yelling from outside the window in the bathroom. And as you open the door wide, you can see resting in a bathtub this filthy looking vagrant. Stripped clean of all of his clothes, but dirty save for where his underpants or where his small clothes were. He's lying in the tub, and you could see all of this tallow all over the floor where candles have been burning over and over and over. There's no heat. There's no light. There's nothing else. The tub has no water in it. There's just a man who's lying in it with this kind of blood that's pooling beneath of him. Looks like this man was peeled out of an alleyway, brought up here, and then slain. You can see a bloody handprint on a nearby wall.
This thing tried to choke me to death. It got out of the bathtub.
Do either one of you have indifference?
I do.
I do.
Okay.
Actually, no, I have Dauntless.
Ooh.
Nope, not it.
Make a standard resolve test to withstand fear.
Okay.
Fearsies.
64.
Say, do 3 of us have indifference? Jesus.
75.
A lot of you guys do, I know.
You want to reroll?
Doesn't make sense.
He kind of freezes for a moment. Now, make a standard resolve test with your talisman.
Okay. 64.
30.
77.
Your eye is drawn outside toward the window, beyond the Bastards River, even beyond the blue sky, which is cold and bereft of any clouds, but a distant, pale blue star catches your eye, and something switches inside of you. You can see what looks like, literally lying in the tub is this person who's been probably killed, murdered in the past hour or two. It's not the smell of somebody dead, it's the smell of somebody who's peeled out of the gutter.
What? How'd you know this was here?
Get out of here, you hear. Be gone! You hear this door open and slam shut as James Tallow starts storming in through the kitchens as the two of you are at the lookout. And they're upstairs, and you're near the bodies, and you're standing outside along with Harper, and the door is slammed in your face.
Well, Mr. Tallow, this candle here.
And we will stop here for the night.
Okay,
100 reward points, everybody. Do we have corruption tonight?
No question.
So
Roll high,
we need to
roll
roll first your peril you're suffering from fear.
Okay.
Which is 17 mental peril and 6 corruption.
So 6 additional. Okay.
I have a 9.
17.
9.
So
unless you roll a 9, I'm screwed.
So
Or a 10. Yeah, I guess there's a 10.
I'll roll a d10,
I don't think I'm
and if that value is equal to
Yeah, you need a 10.
or
That's nice.
less than the corruption gained,
You're right.
Yeah.
So,
you increase your cast rank 1 step. So the roll for tonight for corruption is
9, 10.
7.
Woo! Alright.
I'm 1 away, baby.
From a fate point.
Fate point.
Nice. So what's your current order in chaos ranks, Terwin?
8 and 7.
Okay. What about yourself, Harper?
9 and 5.
Nice.
7 and
Better
3.
Okay. Elisa?
9 and 6.
Wow. You're so close to a fate point.
I
You-
am,
you
and I
desperately
need it.
need
I need
And,
it.
well, what about yourself there, Warren?
Warren is 0 order and 2 chaos.
He already got the 2.
Well, I have a permanent chaos rank, and then I
He
got
does
one
have
tonight.
Okay.
Quick.
So, we will resume next week in episodes 29 and 30 of Queen of Embers. We will see what happens to Warren, what unfolds in James Tallow's slow candle shop, and what else unfolds in the adventures of Queen of Embers. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to our patrons for getting us to our rations goal. greatly appreciated. We'll have more cool stuff on the way, including maybe another podcast for something else different coming very, very soon.
Ooh.
We'll see what happens. But until next time, see you all later. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, gang. Bye.
Thanks for listening.